been a long road, but I think that at times we traverse journeys. And for some people, the journey is about leadership, but I think leadership is about example. Sheikh Riad Fataar has been a close friend, associate, and I think today, Sheikh, I don't know, it's a heartwarming moment for me to see that you finally become the president.
Yes, Faizal, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. It is a ni'mah. It is inspirational when your peers have chosen you to be in the leadership position. It is something that, both you and me and in the MJC, we've walked many years in order to get to the point where we are today. In Arabic, there's a saying, فَاقِدُ الشَّيْء لَا يُعْطِي, meaning that the one that doesn't have it cannot give it. And it's been a build-up, and from here on, it's a matter of joining hearts, because we are constantly reminded that the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam is mentioned in the Holy Quran, saying, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. It's an easy concept to speak about, but it's another thing to implement. And that is the jihad that one has within yourself. Because you've worked, you've moved, and so on. And with every move, there has been قَدَّرَ اللَّهُ وَمَا شَاءَ فَعَلَ. And whatever Allah has put out, it will come to pass. And Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, now big work is laying ahead. There's big expectations. One hopes by the ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you do have. It's a position that doesn't go with arrogance. Pride doesn't go in with it. Because at the end of the day, you have to produce, and you have to be thankful that Allah uses you for His khidmah. And if you abuse that, then Allah takes you out of that portfolio for whatever reason, and so on. And so yeah, it's a road to look forward to. It's not a tragedy. It's not a train smash. It's a masuliyah. It's a responsibility.
I know we've been working for some years together, apart from my involvement with MJC and the burial administration, but there were other things that we worked on all the years. I think, to be honest, we back in the day, I wasn't sure, but once I got to know Sheikh, and then we became the best of friends, because there was something that Sheikh always said, and Sheikh always spoke about working together in goodness and for the sake of the people. And that seems to be a recurrent, current, and going forward motto that Sheikh lives by. But it's going to be about that, I think. And I think I want to say that I think we've shaken a lot of things in the burial space, and excuse the pun, we've broken a lot of ground in that time. In that short period of time, we've really moved that space to another level. I think a lot of people look at me and they say, all the things you're busy doing in the cemeteries and stuff, but that doesn't come alone. I work in tandem with Sheikh Riad as the Secretary of the Burial Administration. So in that space, I also know that there's a whole lot of other departments that are saying that when they work with Sheikh, then things get shaken up and things start moving. But just as a final note from your side, and I know that you're going to cover this officially in the next couple of days, but because I'm traveling, I needed to catch up with Sheikh very quickly. And I don't know if it was my last lunch with Sheikh, because, when people go to other positions, then you know what happens. But having said that, I just want to sort of, Sheikh, to quickly touch on what are some of the fundamental things that Sheikh will focus on in this tenor.
Faisal, you have touched on an important thing that we have been on all the time. That you cooperate with each other, with the community, with the world, on that which will bring goodness, which will bring piety. Don't cooperate on that which is a sin and create enmity and fighting and all of that. And I think that is the one thing that has helped. There is hearts to be mended within the MJC. There is things in terms of communication and internally, so that people know what is happening. And then for our community, we want to take your hand and move with you. We need you to take our hand and move with us. Because this is how we come across. You will find that international speakers and organizations says that there is always a need, an extreme need for a community to have an organization that takes up its issues on a local front, national front, international front. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the Muslim Judicial Council has done that in the past, and we must continue to do in the future. And with our community, inshallah ta'ala, while we are mending the hearts inside of the MJC, the same happens outside. It doesn't mean everybody is happy with the MJC, but as long as we can benefit you, inshallah ta'ala, we do that for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we need to take this thing forward. There's a lot of things happening at the moment. Outside South Africa is the Palestinian and the Gaza, heartbreaking issues that are happening there. Inside South Africa, we're going towards the elections. Our people that are attached to the murals, and you see them being heartbroken, they can't put up a Palestinian flag and things like that. Other than that, social welfare issues that we can possibly have help. And one such thing that's going to kick off immediately is that the community of Faighi's Kraal is in need of IEDs. They don't have the money, they're too poor to go to town. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, via the MJC, we have now arranged for them on the 14th of February that the Department of Home Affairs, and we thank them dearly for that, will come out with their mobile unit to the grounds of the Muslim Judicial Council, where they will issue these IDs to those people who are in need. So inshallah ta'ala, that's the first job. Don't forget, it's the 14th of February. There's some other attachments to 14th February that I'm not going to mention. But Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, one of the major tasks. So then we also have our elections that are coming up. People are looking for direction and so on. And we see how we can help, inshallah ta'ala, in the future.
Many journalists and people in the media over the years have tried to sit me down to talk about my biography and my life and my ideas and my thoughts and philosophies. But through those interviews, they've stopped me many times saying, we're not referring to your work. We want to know who you are. But it just drifts along. And the reason this happens is because I think sometimes we're so entrenched in our work that our life is our work. So what are you asking us to talk about? And so that's what it is. But having said that, Sheikh, this was just to say congratulations, and that may Sheikh continue to serve in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that you continue to bring the change and the reform, and may this be a golden era for Muslims in South Africa, and may that you imbibe that which our pious predecessors had set out. So it is what lays before us in a way that that which was put forth and posited by them, and maybe some of that will come into realization in Sheikh's time. But one of the things I want to say is that I'm going to have Sheikh back. This was a congratulatory message because I had to run out of time. But Sheikh, I'm going to invite you back where we're going to talk about Sheikh Riad Fataar and the parts you maybe don't want to hear about.